What is up, my sci-fi people? I am Rosendo. This is my channel, Sci-Fi Rose, and this is where we discuss sci-fi novels, specifically ones that I finished reading or where I've been suggested to read. And so today, what I will be discussing is Ready Player One. Last week, I discussed how I was reading 3 to 4 different books, and I thought that I was going to finish American Predator first. But this one really got exciting, and I ended up finishing that one. On top of that, that one was a read-along that I was doing with another group, and I've finished ahead anyways. As I mentioned, it was very exciting. Ernest Cline did a really good job in portraying the protagonist, which was Parzival, and as a lead character, he was a teenager. You wouldn't imagine an adult being able to do so well in portraying this teenager. Remembering how to be or how to act, what you were thinking about during those times. He did really well. What I liked about it is that you were able to get into that space where a lot of things were just exciting. He was able to immerse you into that like virtual world. The virtual reality that they were placed in. It just was a really fun story to go through. You're always rooting for the underdog, and that's kind of what happened along with the other protagonist. And obviously, you always have your villain. Worked out really well, and people loved this story. They made a movie about it. The movie's great. The book, I think, is definitely much better. Is it always the case? Not necessarily. This one was a big change in what happened, though. I definitely saw the differences. I would definitely suggest if you like the movie, I would definitely read the book. Great story. And now Ready Player 2 is coming out at the end of November, I believe. So I think they want to do another read along for that. I'm not sure yet, but I think I will probably join that, and I'll end up getting that book as well. So my thoughts on it were: great book to read, very exciting. I've actually read through it really quickly. Also, what I tended to do on my way to work and back to actually listen to the audio version. Will Wheaton was the reader. He's been in Star Trek, he's been in Stand By Me, so a bunch of cool shows, cool movies. He's well known, and he does a lot of these readings for a lot of well-known books. The great things were that you're thrown into this teenage life. Part of that is like the early romanticism. Really don't necessarily enjoy reading in books, but it was in there, and just kind of have to I had to kind of power through those parts, but that's just my personal opinion based on what I think about romanticism and so on, but that's a whole nother story. Great, wonderful book, and I will definitely rewatch the movie just to see what the differences are. I remember there were a lot of differences, and I just kind of want to look back and see what the things were, because I just remember while I was reading the book, I was like, man, why did they totally change it? I mean, they totally changed a lot of it. So, and for the better, the book is, the movie to me was great, but again, the book is way better. I will continue to read on Neuromancer. This one is a little bit tougher to read through. I'm getting the hang of it. It's just taking a little bit longer. I wanted to finish that one, Ready Player One, and I'm still reading American Predator, which is not a sci-fi. I'm less than 100 pages left on this, so I'll be finishing this up pretty soon. And even though it's not science fiction, I'll probably do a quick review on it just because it was really good. And if you like true crime the way I do, I think that this is probably one of those that you definitely do need to read. And I will probably end up reading a little bit more true crime on top of the science fiction that I read. And I'm also reading Murakami, the Wind Up Bird Chronicle. I just didn't bring that with me. So I think that's kind of where I'm at this point with these books. It's been going good. I'll probably end up with a couple more by the end of the month. It's been a slow month, but I've been kind of busy. If you have read the book, please comment and let me know what your thoughts about it was. If you haven't read it and this is helpful, please let me know that as well. Comment, and if you can, subscribe. That'd be wonderful. I will continue to do these reviews for people that are in the sci-fi community. And if you know of anyone that would be interested or has considered this book, let them know about my quick review. Thank you again for listening in, and I will see you next week, either midweek or at the end of the week. Till then.